Hello everybody, we are back here, and today we're not on Call of the Wild, but instead we're taking a look at a new game called Ultimate Hunting. This is a game I've been following for pretty much ever since the rumors started that it was being made, and I remember a while back, somebody in the community showed me some assets that were thought to have been being used in the game, and well, based off of the trailer that we're looking at right now, it looks like they were correct, and that's got me extremely excited because these animals look extremely realistic, and based off of the cover, it looks like there is going to be elephants in game, which is something that a lot of people have been wanting in Call of the Wild, but they just haven't done because of the controversial topic of lion hunting. And I completely understand that, but at the end of the day, it's a game. Games like Hunting Unlimited have that type of stuff, so it's not too big of a deal, but I'm definitely excited to see what they end up doing with it here in Ultimate Hunting. Another thing that I noticed about the trailer is that there is younger animals like piglets, which is something that we don't have in Call of the Wild currently, and if this is actually something that's going to be in the game, I'm wondering if we're going to have a procedural set of animals every time we start the game, or if they're going to grow from being a baby clear up to an adult. Because a game like Deer Hunter 4 and Deer Hunter 5 had something called Season Mode, which is something I have been wanting for a very long time to come into another hunting game. Basically what happens when you start up a Season Mode is you go into your first game with a random set of animals, and then throughout the season and throughout all the seasons following that, the animals grow bigger and bigger every single year, and at the end of every season there's a chance that they'll either die off or they'll grow bigger. And if they can pull that type of a thing off here in Ultimate Hunting, that's going to be a huge positive for them, especially with how good everything looks in this trailer. The graphics look to be pretty fantastic. All the animal models look good from what I'm seeing. Even the Roosevelt elk antlers look great, which is a huge positive for me because, as a lot of you know right now, I'm not a huge fan of the antlers for Roosevelt elk in Call of the Wild, but the ones in this trailer look pretty fantastic. And with the rumors surrounding how this game is going to be a game that could possibly give Call of the Wild a run for its money, I'm definitely going to be covering everything that comes out about it. Now, we're going to go over the trailer real quickly in real time and just kind of go over what we're looking at. So as you can see, it starts off in a very thick forest with what appears to be some wild boars along with a few of their young. And this already is looking like it's going to be a pretty insane place to hunt. And one thing that I'm noticing is a lot of the vegetation next to the pigs is actually pretty realistic looking. This very much reminds me of some of the thicker forests in Oregon. So that already has me really excited because it looks like we might truly get some environments that look like real life. They pretty much, from what I can tell, look like just what a thick forest would look like, which that's got me super excited because I am a sucker for a game that can make an environment look just like real life. If they can do that in a hunting game, I probably will never end up leaving the game. But something else that, in my opinion, has to happen with this game, they have to have some sort of a random antler system similar to Truex and Call of the Wild, because that's one of the things that will keep people playing the game. That randomness and not knowing what you're going to get as your next trophy, or at the very minimum, they need to have a large selection of different antlers. Even if it's not randomly generated, as long as there's at least 20 to 30 different racks for each animal, I think that will also keep people pretty interested. But if they go that route, then they're definitely going to have some kind of rares in the game also to keep people's interest and to give you that ultimate trophy to look for. Another thing that I noticed while watching this trailer is it does appear that all of the animals are actually interacting with the environment pretty well for the most part. When you see the elk in the water, it actually looks like they're drinking from it. When they go to the pasture with the axis deer, it's actually eating the grass, which that alone already sets them apart from Call of the Wild, which I think that's going to be an incredibly huge positive for them. Having that realistic interaction is something I see people talk about quite a bit in Call of the Wild, and how they wish that the animals acted just a little bit more realistic, or I guess made a little bit more sense on where they were eating or drinking. And it looks like, from what we can see in this trailer, Ultimate Games is going to be doing that. Another thing I wanted to point out is the axis deer look absolutely incredible. I gotta say, that's probably one of the better looking access tier I've seen. I am a very huge fan of that. Now, something that's gonna be interesting to me is at launch, it looks like they only plan to have 2 maps and then kind of develop it as they go, similar to an early access game. Or actually, let me double check. I think this game's actually going to be going out into early access. Yeah, so this game will be releasing into early access, which means you'll be able to pretty much be with the game from day one and be along there for the development, which that's always one of those things where there's a lot of games that end up flopping in early access, and unfortunately, that's always a possibility with a game like this. But from what I'm seeing, I'm very impressed, and as long as they do things right and they listen to their community, I think this could be a really good game. I still, to this day, do like Hunting Sim 2. I think it was a pretty decent game, but it didn't give the, I guess, the rush that Call of the Wild will give you with some of the diamonds or rares, or just the ability to have a true rec system with random antlers and stuff like that. Hunting Sim 2 just never did that for me, especially with their animal models not being really up to par. I loved a lot of stuff about that game, but the animal models were one of the biggest downsides to it, and based off of what we see here in Ultimate Hunting, it really does look like they're bringing their A game when it comes to animal models, which that already has my attention quite a bit. Now, something else that I'm very interested in is what type of equipment we're going to be able to use. What type of rifles are they going to bring into the game? Is bow hunting going to be good? I've got a lot of questions about it, and I'm really hoping we get a little bit more info as of now, because the only thing that they talk about in the description is play hours and hours of Ultimate Hunting experience and immerse yourself in realistic environments in various hunting areas. Enjoy the beauty of hunting zones of Sequoia Park in the United States and the dangerous areas of Africa. Learn the animal behavior patterns, pick proper hunting equipment, and collect your ultimate prize. Coming soon. So they really don't give you a lot of information, except for the fact that it's going to launch with Sequoia Park and an African reserve. So at launch, it's only going to have 2 maps very similar to Call of the Wild. And from what I understand, they're going to add to things as they go, just like most early access games would. But it's just interesting to see a hunting game go into early access. I'm not sure how they're going to end up doing it, but honestly, I'm kind of happy that they are. That way we can give them our feedback as they develop the game, and that usually, as long as the developers listen, can make the game much better in the long run. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to real quickly go over this with you because one of my mods sent it to me this morning, and considering this was a game that I've been waiting for some type of information about, I had to make a video on it. I saw that Zaggy already had his video out, and I tried not to cover the exact same topics as him because he did cover a lot of different things, but I did want to go over my ideas and kind of what I want out of this game and what I'm expecting out of it. I don't expect it to necessarily immediately be better than all the other hunting games out there, but I do think that this game has potential, and Ultimate Games has proven in the past that they do listen to their community and they do change things for the better. Ultimate Fishing Simulator is a game that they made that I've played before, and it's a pretty good game. It started out kind of rough, but as time went on, the game became really good, and to this day, it still has very positive reviews. And Ultimate Fishing Simulator 2 is also going to be coming out pretty soon, which is another game that I'll most likely be playing once it comes out. So they've got a couple awesome games coming out in the near future, and we're definitely going to try out both of them, but Ultimate Hunting's the one that I am most interested in, especially after seeing this reveal trailer. It looks so good. Now, it's just going to be a matter of what date are they going to be releasing this. I'm hoping it's not going to be too far away, because I would like to give it a try, but I'm super excited. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you're brand new to the channel, consider subscribing. I do post 3 to 5 videos a week, along with daily live streams on the Hunter Call of the Wild and various other games. Also, be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment down below for YouTube's algorithms. It's a massive help to the channel, and it really does help the growth. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace!